Let's talk about some shit. So, actually, let me do it the correct way. So, you watched the Emoji Movie. I watched the Emoji Movie. I'm just gonna sit like this. My chair is backwards. I watched the Emoji Movie, and it sucked. It sucked so much. I rewatched it on Netflix earlier this week. I'm posting this on Friday, and I will be at Brick Fair when you see this. I'm recording this on Sunday, right? And I will be on Brick Fair on Friday, so I'm recording this almost a week in advance. And I watched it earlier today. This movie is an hour and a half long. Let me just start here. This movie is an hour and a half long, and it took me 3.5 hours to watch it. 3.5 hours. I had to take breaks in between and watch it, and just sit down and just, I don't know. This is gonna be a pretty chill video. I'm just really tired. And I just don't care anymore after watching this movie. As someone who loves movies, and someone who... I messed it up. As someone who loves comedies, and someone who's just a fan of movies in general, this is a disgrace. This is really bad. I'm going to start off with the characters. The main emoji in this movie is Meh, and he's played by T.J. Miller, or he's voiced by T.J. Miller. And his name is Gene. He is a meh emoji, sort of over it, don't care, whatever. Meh. Whatever you say, he's just meh. Basically, in the emoji movie, there's a city called Textopolis. It's inside of a cell phone. And all the emojis have to stick to their one characteristic. Like, if you're sad, you always have to be sad. If you're happy, you always have to be happy. And the thing with Gene is that he can make more than one emotion. He can be happy, he can be sad, he can be whatever he wants. He can have more than one expression. And if you make an expression that's not your designated emotion, that's a no-no. And so Gene goes on an adventure to reprogram himself. And it's just a hijinks-filled kids comedy movie. That sucks. There was only one laugh this movie got out of me. There was only one laugh. And it wasn't even like a laugh, it was like a... And it was really early on. And I didn't laugh at all for the rest of the movie. I'm going to talk about the characters. The characters in this movie are some of the most borderline... Or not borderline, what am I saying? That comes later, never mind. The characters are some of the most generically stupid, immature, and just so... They're borderline unwatchable, that's what I was saying. They're just the most basic fart poop jokes kids characters you can ever imagine. It's like if Minions had a baby with maybe like, I don't know, some of the really stupid Pixar movies. Not all, okay, no, there are good Pixar movies. That I feel like people are gonna get mad at me for this, but there are some dumb Pixar movies like Cars 3. I'm sorry, but like Tow Mater. If the Minions had a baby with Tow Mater, that would literally be the Emoji Movie. And so the characters are, Gene, he's really boring and stupid. Jailbreak, she's the hacker. She's a hacker who tries to get Gene up to the cloud so he can get reprogrammed. There's High Five, who is very, very self-conscious in this movie, and he really wants to be part of something, but they skewer his character in favor of just being a constant joke machine. They had something going with High Five, and they really, really messed it up, because I feel like in this atrociously bad movie, they could have had something that was redeemable, but no, they turn it into a joke machine. It's just like what they did with the Ant-Man movies. Ant-Man could have been a good character, but they said turn him into a freaking joke machine. Now, I'm just going to talk about the atmosphere of the movie for a little bit. The atmosphere is so cluttered with all of these characters who are all the same. They're all constant joke machines, except for two, and I'll get to those in a minute. There's Poop, played by Patrick Stewart. I can't believe they made Sir Patrick Stewart, Charles Xavier, he played a bunch of other roles. Can't list them all. They made Patrick Stewart play the shit emoji. I don't know, man. I really don't know. This movie, it's like almost... I can't even talk about it without screaming. So yeah. The two characters that I want to talk about were Gene's parents. Gene's parents are so meh. They're like... Oh. Okay. They are so meh. They're both meh emojis. Mel and Mary, I think their names are. I watched the movie like an hour ago and I still can't. It's just like with Black Panther. I still feel like I haven't watched it. They are so meh. It starts to rub off on you, and you don't give a shit about the plot of the movie anymore. You don't care about the plot of the movie. You're just like, I want this to just be over. You start to think about this movie as meh, which it is below meh. It is terrible. The plot is very generic. It's very, very generic. I can't think of a kids movie in recent times that has had this sort of has tried to have a coming of age story but failed so miserably as the Emoji Movie. The scenes are paced very, very slowly. They're either paced too fast, where it's over before it even started. Like, sometimes they just feel like, oh, we need to get exposition out as fast as possible. And so they just have a character say it instead of having it come in a coherent way. Like the scene where Gene goes to the board meeting to see whether he's going to get deleted or reprogrammed. And then before the scene even starts, someone comes out and says, oh yeah, you're done. That's stupid. The first half of this movie is a giant exposition dump. Mixed in with product placement and stupid jokes. And I'll get to the product placement in a second. Some scenes are paced too long, where a joke lingers and it's not even funny. It's just awkward. It's just stupid. A joke lingers, or someone finishes up a sentence and someone falls or someone does something funny and you're supposed to laugh. And you know how in like superhero movies, like the Avengers Endgame, they in Avengers Assemble, he grabs the hammer and then he says Avengers Assemble, and there's a break for people to clap because that scene was amazing. I, without a doubt, believe that they expected people to laugh at this movie, and that because there were breaks in the scenes, there were breaks for people that I bet they expected people to laugh, and I did not laugh a single time. Now, another thing that bugs me in this movie is product placement. Now, ever since the Lego Movie came out, I mean, I was young when the Lego Movie came out, but I was still aware of this stuff. Now, ever since the Lego Movie came out, ever since I've rewatched the Lego Movie, I've given movies the benefit of the doubt when they seem like horrible product placement pieces of garbage. I need to stop doing that. The Emoji Movie was terrible. The product placement wasn't even subtle. There are several wide shots of the cell phone. of this kid Alex's cell phone. I think his name is Alex. There are several wide shots of his cell phone, and you see YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Dropbox, Snapchat. I already said Twitter. What's the one? Spotify, Candy Crush, and you're like, oh, this is how that movie was funded. That app, and I think there was also a laugh break when you saw the movie. God damn it, not the movie. When you saw the YouTube icon, I bet they expected kids to be, oh, YouTube, that's good. I don't even know. I can't even talk about this movie in my energetic, fast way. It's just so hard to talk about. Dr. Pepper is really good. So yeah, the Emoji Movie. I'm just trying not to get angry here. This movie makes me so mad. It's almost a disgrace to cinema. To me, it is. Sorry. So yeah, that's my spiel of the Emoji Movie. It's terrible. The pacing is bad. The dialogue is nowhere near funny, and even the regular small talk, even the regular just character moments, just the character back and forth talk, is boring. The plot, it feels like you were carried from one plot point to the next without any fluid way to get in between them. It's like, oh, we have to go do this now, so slip in a joke and slip in a laugh break, and then we gotta go on to this. It's very, very, very slow, but also very fast, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's my spiel on the Emoji Movie. I've tried not to explode, and I hope you like this episode of Failure Friday. Next week, we are doing either Movie 43 or Jaws the Revenge. Dr. Pepper's very good, and by the time you're seeing this, I will be at Brick Fair, Virginia, hanging out with the boys. And, yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. I probably shouldn't have said it like that. I have to get out of this chair. Alright, see you.